Hundreds of protesters camped out in central Kyiv have vowed not to leave, despite calls from the city's new mayor, Vitaly Klitschko, for them to go home. The former heavyweight boxer toured the Kyiv City Council offices on May the 28th, surveying the damage caused during the uprising against disgraced former President Viktor Yanukovych. During his meeting with the remaining activists, he insisted residents must try and return to a normal life following the presidential election.
We have new authorities. Yanukovych is not here any longer. We, the Ukrainians, have elected a new president. Ukrainians and residents of Kyiv have elected a new city council and a Kyiv mayor. What we need today is for the city of Kyiv and for the country to start working again, to return to normal life.
Stacks of tyres, paving stones and memorials cover the city's Independence Square, the nerve centre of the revolution which began last November. The group of hardcore protesters who remain are split over whether to leave, with some fearing that corruption and cronyism will plague the administration of newly elected President Poroshenko if they pack up and go home. Some activists insist on not leaving until parliamentary elections are held, and all those who they say committed crimes against pro-EU demonstrators during the revolution are punished.
Yes, we do need a return to normal life, but we can only do it once calm and stability return in the east of the country. Because at the moment in Lugansk and other seized areas, people are afraid to go out of their homes. They are afraid they will be attacked, killed or robbed.
Poroshenko and Klitschko, who both back the Maidan anti-government protests, have called for all armed groups across Ukraine to disband following the widely lauded May 25th presidential vote. Leaders are careful not to criticize the protesters who decided to stay over fears of possible accusations of siding with the previous regime. In the weeks after Yanukovych signed a lucrative deal with Putin, hundreds of thousands of people took to the streets, some of who formed the Maidan protest group. In January, violence erupted after the then-president introduced a law banning anti-government demonstrations in central Kyiv. Unrest continued on Kyiv streets after Russia linked the disbursement of $15 billion worth of aid package to the repayment of a massive gas bill. On February the 18th, violence escalated, and over the next few days, at least 80 people died during clashes involving riot police firing live ammunition at protesters. Yanukovych then fled Kyiv soon after, before surfacing in Russia about a week later.